Hi there. I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I'm playing Minecraft, so there's that. Wanna join me? Too bad I'm already here. So I did some off-camera grinding, and you'd be quite confused because there is no context to this video at all, other than I just really need to make a sugarcane farm. So I'm just gonna take you with me. Now see, the issue with the sugarcane farm is, well, I'm on Bedrock edition. Whoa! And well, the reason why that's the problem is because I would like to make a slime machine-based sugarcane farm. It's cheap, and I guess I never really dabbled too much into flying machines, and I think they're pretty cool. But thankfully I've done my research, and I found some guy online who made a flying machine that actually works in Bedrock edition. God bless your soul. So from this point on, I'm probably just going to be making a sugarcane farm with that flying machine design. I'm just hoping I make a functioning sugarcane farm. I should probably test it in a creative world, but no. So we're just going to make it straight in survival. I took a wrong turn, oh gosh. So we are in the Firelands, way over yonder, a couple thousand blocks away from spawn. I do have a bit of a witch farm going on over here. It works like a charm, as there's no witches in there, which is kind of awkward. But it works, I trust it works. And my AFK chamber is usually right up there. And I do realize that I AFK here a lot, so I thought, hey, why not make a couple farms around here to make my time spent AFK here, that much more efficient. Or I guess the word would be like effective or something, I don't know. So based on where I AFK'd, I did a little like calculations and stuff, and you know, with realms having a simulation distance of 4 chunks, I managed to eyeball out an area over here. I made a little platform for, I guess, kind of like a shell of a sugarcane farm in a sense. I mean, it's kind of big. But there's been a couple of problems with the design, particularly having to do with the minecarts being a bit too low. So instead of shifting the level of this up, I'm going to shift the dirt down because I feel like that's a much better job to do, to be honest with you. So my first order of business is probably to get rid of this layer of grass. But first, I'm gonna meet up with Hugin because I want to see his tunnel bore.
Oui, baguette.
Wee. So
French people just like randomly go, yes, yes, crumpets.
okay, so this tunnel bore of yours, right? Hugin?
Yeah.
Where is it? I really want to see it.
It's in my base.
That looks really suspicious. Are you sure about this?
I don't know. Are you sure about this?
No, I'm not sure about this at all. I think this is really suspicious if you ask me. No, I don't trust it for a second.
Am I ever doing stuff that isn't suspicious?
I hope down there I hope it's redstone proof down there because I'm going down in a stream of water. Yo, look at that.
Because I've run out of TNT.
Oh.
I bought out all of Kara's TNT.
Oh, you
I made
profited.
profit. Yeah.
So I spent probably about 30 minutes trying to just understand this thing and wrap my head around what's going on. And I guess it took a while, but I got it, and he even let me take it for a spin. He let me open the trap chest a couple times. I got a view from the driver's point of view, and of course I got one up close. And he's also been having some gunpowder issues lately, so I made sure to give him 2 shulker boxes of gunpowder on my way out, with the promise that he'll give me half the diamonds he gets. Well, here's hoping I made the right choice to invest. Anyway, let's go back to the sugarcane farm. So I've already taken out the layer of dirt that was up on the top, and I've already started laying the track work for where the hopper minecarts are gonna go. And I've also done some of the redstone behind the scenes for the item collection system. So all the items are going to be collected by the hoppers upstairs to this railway thing we have going on. They come back here, and then they unload everything into the hopper, which all leads into this one dispenser, and I'm going to have a little water stream that goes here to our central storage system. I'm not really sure where I'm going to place it. I just know that it's going to go somewhere. My life right now is literally just placing down rails. And the rails have now been completely placed down. The only issue that I see that we might run into is whether the minecarts can make it from one side to the other without losing any momentum. So I have myself a minecart hopper over here that I'm going to ride alongside, and I'm just going to watch it as it goes. So here we go. and it goes all the way in. That is perfect. And the way back works as well. And now that the rails are in place, I think the next thing I should be getting to work on is demarcating out the area where the dirt is gonna go. And I'm gonna do that simply by just outlining the chunk with stone slabs. Oh my gosh, this is so precarious. This is why I have my elytra on. See? That's what I mean. That's what I mean. And that is why I do not like phantoms. Alright, so now that the area of the farm, or at least where the dirt is gonna go, is marked out, now comes the part of the farm that I'm a bit nervous on, which is the flying machines. Or rather, the singular flying machine. So, in theory, this should work. Alright, let's give it a test. If I set this guy off, it should go in this direction. Okay, that seems to have worked. And if I set the other one off, it should go in the other direction. That is a good sign, and I think this should be working. So now I just gotta figure out where the flying machine is gonna stop. In a sense, it's I need to figure out where the station's going to be. And I think a little system like this should work. Alright, now that this is done, I just have to mirror this little circuit on the other side. Alright, so I made a little circuit on the other side, and that should hopefully send this flying machine back over to this first station. So when I hit this button, it should go to the other side, and then stop for a brief moment of time, and then come back. So here's hoping. Here we go. It seems to be moving fine. Alright, and when it reaches this side, what we should see is it stops and then immediately goes in the opposite direction. And it's not working. Oh gosh. Alright, so I stopped the recording to review the footage, and it looks like, from what I saw, this piston extended too early, causing some issues over here, and then this piston got disconnected, breaking the entire thing. So I guess the solution would be to increase the length of this pulse a bit to make sure the piston extends a little later. Alright, I've made a little pulse extender over here, which should prolong the time the piston remains retracted. And I just gotta fix up the flying machine, and hopefully this should work. Let's see. Alright, so it goes in, gets retracted, moves out of the way, and then goes back. And then this retracts. This extends again. That. Alright, hang on, we gotta do a full test of this, hang on. Alright, so the chunk I'm in basically simulates me just AFKing in my AFK chamber up there. And we're just gonna do a full test of this. Right, let's click on this button, and it should... I forgot to put the sticky pistons in. Let's try this again. So I hit the button, and it should retract, and the flying machine seems to be working. Seems to be working like a charm. And now we're approaching the opposite station, and here's the moment of truth. Ideally, we want to see it moving back over this way. And here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. And it seems to be working. Yes, it's working. And as it approaches the starting station, we should see it stop. And it looks like it did exactly that. That is a successful test. Alright, I think with that success under my belt, I think it's time I go to bed. It's getting pretty late. So it's now the next day, and I just got back to my base to grab some glass when I saw 2 shulker boxes over here, and it looks like it's the diamonds from my investment to Hugin. And it looks like, well, this is the leftover gunpowder. But we've gotten an entire, what's this, like 89 diamonds from this? Now that is profit. All that equates to 9 diamond blocks and 8 diamonds. That is a lot of diamonds. And probably while I'm in the area, I should probably head over to the shopping district and maybe check out my shop to see if it has any sales. So over here we have my little shop, and it sells mainly iron and rockets at the moment. Usually every time I come here there's been a few sales, but this time I don't think we're having such luck. Well, that's unfortunate. But while I'm here, I thought I might get some leaves, because I need that for the sugarcane farm. And it looks like the pink shop, as I read in the catalog, probably sells some cherry leaves. And yeah, it looks like it. It's 1 diamond per stack. I think 9 stacks of leaves should be enough to cover the farm. So I've realized that mobs tend to spawn in the area of the farm, so I added some lighting and filled in the gap. And now it's looking a lot more, I mean, I guess it's looking a lot more polished in a sense, even though the dirt's not in yet. And now I just need to work out a way to automatically move this hopper minecart and start collecting the sugarcane. And I think I can do that pretty easily with some observers and redstone stuff. So when the flying machine gets activated once, the minecart hoppers get launched, and then they go to the other side and come back, and then when the flying machine comes back, the hopper minecarts will get launched again and complete one cycle. So in total, while the flying machine completes one cycle, the hopper minecarts will complete 2 cycles, 2 loops. At least that's what should happen. I've tested it and it all seems to be working just fine. So now comes the very boring task of just placing all the dirt. It's 10 stacks of dirt, and yeah, I'm gonna have to place all of it back. And I have to say though, each placing the blocks made it so much easier. Within minutes I was jump bridging away, placing all the dirt. And with this final stretch, we should be done. For those of you who don't know how to jump bridge, first of all, skill issue. But here's just a quick tutorial on how to jump bridge. So first of all, just gotta cozy up to the edge of the block. So and aim downwards so that you can place the block in edge place in Bedrock basically. And you want to click and hold right click to place the item and walk forward and look down at the same time. So it's a very quick motion, just go like this. And boom, you're now just placing blocks. And what you can do is you can start sprinting and jumping, and there you go. Jump bridging. Oh god. A good place to start would be on the surface where you won't take any damage if you fail. But once you master this technique, you can basically bridge wherever you want, whenever you want, really easily. Oh, I need to place the water down. One thing I always seem to forget about this area is that this is literally a swamp, so the water looks so murky and muddy. Well, lucky this is going to be surrounded by very green sugarcane once I'm done. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse I made. I kind of made it on a whim, not gonna lie to you, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty okay. Anyways, now that the sugar cane's all placed down and the farm is basically already done in terms of, well, the farm itself, what's left now is just storage system and like the items collection system, finishing that up. So over there is where the items are going to be coming out. It's going to be coming through a stream of water, and what I've done underneath here is I've sort of like earmarked an area where I want the water to go, because I think it's much easier to plan out where the water goes when I've made a storage system for it. So I kind of took the Y levels and stuff, and I think the chests could go somewhere around here. I'm thinking of doing it 5 high and in 3 columns. So let me just give you a quick demonstration of what I mean by that. It's something like this, where the water kind of flows on top over here and goes on top of these hoppers. You might be thinking, wow, that's a lot of storage and that's a heck of a lot of iron. Well, I have a bit of iron to spare. And with that, all 3 columns are now complete. And now all we have to do is bring the items from here to over there. And I'm thinking I can just make use of some ice. I have some blue ice here that I bought from someone. And we can just make a little ice water stream that goes all the way over there and into the storage. Alright, so I was building the item stream, right? I put the blue ice, I put the glass, I put everything. I put the water, buttons, everything. And it just wouldn't work. I don't know what to do. I was asking people for help. I tried everything. I spent the better part of 2 hours trying to solve this issue. And you know what the issue was? A chunk border! Needless to say, I got made fun of by Hugan, and I was extremely frustrated by the situation. So I figured I might find a place to de-stress. You know, I hear Ace has been making a panda sanctuary. Let's go visit that. I don't know if you can see this since you're on mobile, right? But I'm gonna send a screenshot over to you, and it's just... God! See that? You see that? Straight through in the middle! Yeah, it's fixed. It's... Yeah, at the cost of my sanity, but yeah, it's fixed. You call yourself a Minecrafter if you've never lost your sanity before? Ugh, amateur. Alright, where's your base again? Is it south? Alright, I'm on the way. So, your panda sanctuary, do you have any de-stressing packages? You have any packages? Oh, that looks really cool though. Yes! Yes! Now this is what I'm gonna, you know what? Just for this, I'm gonna pay some diamonds later on, because this... Oh! 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 I forgot how cute you are. Oh my god, it's so cute! So I continued to feed the brown pandas, and Ace later told me that a brown panda has a 2% chance of spawning, and they managed to get a bunch of them in an enclosure, which is very, very impressive. After that, I got my first encounter with a sniffer, and I watched firsthand as it sniffed out an item right in front of me. It looked so cute. The animation was so well done. I didn't know how such a huge animal could be so adorable, I'll be honest with you. Well, that was very satisfying, and I feel much more relaxed now. So I've been AFKing at Hugan's Guardian farm because I realized all my tools and gear were getting pretty low in damage, especially the Elytra. And I've just been sitting here for the past couple minutes, and yeah, I'm already level 40. This thing's pretty insane. Anyway, that's enough messing around. It's time to go back to work on the sugarcane farm. So I finally pretty much solved the issue I was facing with that stupid chunk border. And now we have ourselves a fully functional item storage system with a water item collection. So the next thing I want to be doing is filling these sides with a wall, because I don't want the sugarcane to be going over the edge on the sides. So I'm going to do that with some glass I have on hand. So I built the walls up about 4 blocks high, and then used the cherry leaves from earlier to top it off on the 5th layer. And then I realized that the sugarcane would also be flying out of either side as well. So I made a water stream to collect all the items that get thrown off the edges of the farm, and just routed that to join the main item storage system. With all that complete, I think it's finally time to test this thing out. I'm pretty excited to see how well or badly it performs, so I'm just gonna hit the button and hope for the best. And here we go. The sugarcane is now being harvested. Just heard the minecarts whiz by underneath, and I think it's going well so far. Here comes the flying machine. The flying machine seems to be coming back now, which is a good sign, seeing as I've really built up this area a bit. Good to know that the slime blocks aren't sticking to anything it shouldn't. And yeah, it looks like I gotta place some blocks on those slime blocks so that those sugarcane doesn't get pushed along, because I can't collect those. And as the flying machine returns, we should see... Yep. The sugarcane is being collected, and it looks like all the sugarcane is going into the item storage system just fine. So from that harvest, we managed to get just over 10.5 stacks of sugarcane, which is honestly a buttload of sugarcane. And I can see this filling up pretty quickly. So now I'm going to AFK about an hour at the farm just to see about how much sugarcane I'm going to get. So what I've got up here is I've set up a little bit of an etho hopper block chain system. One of which is full of items and the other one has 5 items, so that should equate to about 20 odd minutes, and I'm just gonna leave this for an hour, and I'm gonna see how much sugarcane we're gonna have at the end of it. So I'll be back with you with the result. So I've AFK'd here for about an hour and 15 minutes, and let's see how much sugarcane we've got. So we started off with about 10.5 stacks, so now we have around about 27 stacks. So that's 17 stacks in the past hour. I see this as an absolute win. I've been making a few tweaks here and there after that first AFK session, and I think the farm should be a bit more reliable. Just in case I'm going to be AFKing here for the next few hours probably. In the meantime, I would like to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!